Good morning, West Ham fans. It seems like Groundhog Day with our academy players and contracts. Well, a happy Friday to you, my friends. We don't have to think about England for a few more days. Absolutely appalling display yesterday by the Three Lions. And it hasn't been so much better with West Ham recently. We've had a few situations where we've been sort of trying to, in terms of contracts. I look at the Fabrizio Bruno um, contract. It wasn't the contract he wanted. It wasn't, and a few other situations. We know we're currently still in negotiations with Divine about a new deal. He has about 11 days left in his contract. Ben Johnson has about another 11 days on his contract. And now it seems that another one of our academy stars is looking at options. I think we'll say that looking at options in terms of what he can do going forward, and that's Lewis Orford. It's a guy that we've spoken about. We've waxed lyrically about him. For me, he is the next Michael Carrick. I think he's an incredibly talented player and has a great future in football. And at West Ham, he's a family. He's a West Ham boy, family of supporters. But according to ex-WHU employee. We've actually had an approach from Aston Villa for Lewis Orford, which was being rebuffed for the England under-18 captain. And apparently he's entering the final year of his contract now. And we seem to be in a similar situation that we were in 12 months ago with Divine and Barmer, in my opinion. And it appears there's been the delay in getting a improved contract to Lewis has prompted other Premier League clubs to also monitor his situation. As I said, we were approached by Aston Villa, and Villa have been moving along a couple of their youth players. I think Everton signed one, or younger players, yesterday. And Villa's initial attempt to lure Lewis to the Midlands has been rebuffed by the Hammers, although it remains to be seen if they come back in with an improved offer. He is one, if you look at the list of the up-and-coming players, he's pretty much up the top in terms of Premier League sort of upper teenagers going to break into the first teams and stuff. X reported that Orford, we know he's a West Ham West Ham fan, been a supporter since he was a young boy, and apparently he's looking at options due to a lack of movement as yet from the club surrounding his long-term future. He's seen the likes of George Earthy get more game time than him under obviously a David Moyes system. Now we're looking at a slightly different system now. Obviously we've seen Freddie Potts go out on loan. So you've got to think at the moment, Lewis, on paper, is probably fifth choice. And the club are looking to maybe get another midfielder in. So I think it'd be an awful mistake letting this one go any further than it needs to. We need to tie Lewis up to a long-term deal. X reported saying Lewis offered a significant interest from Aston Villa, although there are other clubs too monitoring the situation. It's a frustrating situation as the club have delayed again getting a new deal resolved, which in turn has allowed others to chase the midfielder and in turn create doubt over his future in East London. Due to the fact that I don't understand why there's this delay, because if anything, we are now set up to maintain the best players, in the academy. Mark's there, literally, Nobes is there every day. Nobes will be talking to Tim Styland, Kenny Brown, they're all there. What is the delay? Why has this been delayed? A change of manager into a head coach, there's still the continuity of the sporting director and director or technical director, whatever Tim's official name is. So I don't understand why it's happened. I mean, it's down to West Ham to get an offer on the table for Lewis now. Should we wish to keep him beyond his current deal, which I hope we do. He's been one of the he's an outstanding performer for the academy this season, and you would assume he will be getting some more minutes on the pitch for the first team, or getting some minutes on the pitch for the first team. not only is he good with the ball, but he's a great leader. And for 18, he's captain in the England under 18 side. And obviously it's it does seem a bit like Groundhog Day, where I think maybe some of the other players, and indeed we look back in time, look back in history at players that we've let go, and in the majority sense at the moment, we've haven't really had anyone to bite us on the arse just yet. In terms of you know, someone who's going to be an England regular. I think Lewis Orford is one who I really genuinely think is going to be one who's going to make it. He's so different to everyone else I've seen play. He's 18, but he's got the maturity of a 30-year-old on his head. Always has time on the ball. Consistently in the high 90s in terms of pass completion for all the games. But maybe, this slight delay, or this delay, we don't know how long the delay is. I mean, the fact is, it's the contract has whittled down to the final year. Especially when he's looking around and seeing the likes of Junior Robinson's got offered, he's got a new deal. You've got Callum Marshall got a new 2.5-year deal before he went out on loan. He's seen the protracted contract negotiations of Divine. He's seen the same thing with Ben Johnson, someone he's probably known for a long time since he's joined the club as well. He's seen George get minutes on the pitch. He's seen the fact that we've got Alvarez, we've got players like James Ward-Prowse, we've got Freddie Potts coming back from a loan spell. You got to think, there's got to be some minutes this season for him, whether it is or even a loan spell to a decent, league, to Wickham or to a decent League One side, for example, on the cards, like what they did with Freddie last year, and he's come back and ready to roll. Yeah, I'm worried about Lewis, really, because I think he's a great player. And the worst thing I want him to do is stagnate in the academy, because he's too good to do that. He's too good to do that now. I mean, I was watching Spain last night, and the 16-year-old lad on the, Jamal, the really quick one. You see Adam Orton, who's obviously moved from Blackburn to Crystal Palace and has got himself in the England squad, not obviously slightly older than Lewis, but still not massively older. And obviously he looks towards that. So hopefully there'll be some more news coming out soon about this. As I said, we've rebuffed Aston Villa's approach for him. And for me, he's the future. He's the future. It's like you could have a situation where you have a midfield of Freddie Potts and Lewis Orford, which would be for the West Ham purists amazing. But they're both very, very good players, and they could do a job definitely. Yeah, a little bit frustrated by this today, because you've seen that and Edson Alvarez, and there's a lot of news of people coming in. There's also a lot of news of people going out. We spoke about Alvarez to Man United potentially. Emerson, maybe going back to Italy. Stupid rumours like Bowen going to Newcastle and Kudus going to the Saudi Pro League and Paqueta going to the Saudi Pro League, and again moving on. Galatasaray looking at. Literally, I might bring my boots the first game. I might get 10 minutes off for something different in the final third, that's for sure. Good feat for a big man. But anyway, we'll bring Hammershead Light, not Hammershead. Maybe at the lunchtime we'll do a few more rumours, because there's lots of rumours coming out of players we're looking to buy as well. But also with stuff like this, it's frustrating. I thought we were more. I thought we were more set up for this not to happen. Maybe we're still working out the kinks. I don't know in this formation. Maybe they don't see a future in Lewis Orford. I can't see them doing that though. I genuinely can't. It might be, and it's someone's dropped the ball somewhere, and it needs to be sorted ASAP. Anyway, that's me. Rant over. Take care. Stay safe. Stay warm. Stay humble. Keep the faith, and come on, you bloody Irons.